Alrighty, and we are going to say hello to the people watching the VODs on the YouTube channel. Hi.
Hi, VOD Squad.
Yo-ho! Big summer blowout.
Exactly.
Hello,
Yes,
VOD Squad, I am
sir.
dying.
No. Alright, and let's see if we, let's actually roll a d4 to see who has to recap. And, well, the Sunner is kind of, saved. Oh, look at that. With a 2, Mr. Rexmoa. It is your turn.
I can poop. Okay.
Goodbye.
Well, luckily, I studied right before this, just as all great students do.
Yes, sir,
Alright.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So when we
Just like all
last
wizards
picked
would.
off, Crenia's awakening, we started off at the... I always forget their last name. The Borealis Estate, and Rexmoa borrowed an atlas, unbeknownst to the owner of the atlas, Borealis, and then Shining Trinket brought us all the way back to the lower district without incident, and then Taurin wanted to go back to the late Zarjo's house, which we did, and we we like tossed the place. Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm
Oh,
sick.
everybody's dying today. No.
We like tossed the place, and we didn't really find much. We stole a few things from him, even though, like, is it stealing if it's posthumous? Tell us in the comments. Kipper found some gold. We stole some of his clothes because Taurin wanted to disguise herself as Zarjo to enter the Adventures Fair, which we did. And then we all rested at the Plane Dagger, and some things may or may not have happened during the night, and we all woke up to go to the most important event at Port Strale, the Inventors Fair, and we made the mistake of entering the Inventors Fair, but it didn't really end up mattering because something terrible happened, which is the entire upper district got flooded. And also we saw Theodric while we were there, and I think the other major things that happened is, like, Taurin saw her, like, ex-boyfriend or something, and she got really upset, which is understandable. And we saw Theodric, and then he was disguised as an old man, and he was scamming children out of money or something. And, then the flood happens, and Rexmoa and Kipper managed to get to safety, but Taurin got caught in the ensuing wave.
I was going surfing.
Yeah. Where she was face to face with Ixis, the Titan of Water, who told her something, which I can't really remember. Like, she had to, like, demonstrate her willpower or something like that in order to prove herself to Ixis.
Courage.
Yeah, her courage.
Basically.
Yeah. And yeah, the floodwaters receded, and this is basically where we're picking up.
Pretty much.
And-
Yes. Anything else? Sorry, I thought I cut you off. No? Okay. Alrighty. So, as things settle down in that side of Port Strale, we're going to move back to you, Ambrose. Because, as a matter of fact, things are happening. As you stayed at the inn that one, I guess that one day. Let me put you guys on in real quick. So yes, so Ambrose, you were not feeling well, so you have been sentenced to staying at the inn.
That is an aggressive way of putting that.
Yes, you have been sent to the inn. And so you stayed, as you were, like, you decided to sleep a little longer, which eventually led to your friends having to leave because the Inventors Fair was happening. But Ambrose, as you slept, you start to dream. Your dream slowly starts becoming visualized in your mind. You find yourself inside of this dream. At first, everything seems very quiet and dark as this dream starts to take over your mind. But then things begin to brighten. A soft glow in the distance, slowly coming in closer as you are also trying to approach it. This glow starts lighting your surroundings until you kind of become conscious of yourself. You notice that you are not standing in the inn, or not even in Port Strale, but where you will be standing. But Ambrose, you stand on a dirt floor, surrounded by foliage. Some plants that you have never seen before. Leaves covering the sky. Trees that you don't really recognize. But even though you are in this foreign land, Ambrose, you don't feel any sort of fear. In fact, you feel warmth. The same warmth that your stone tends to give every once in a while, or when you need it most. As you move forward into this wilderness, a gentle breeze caresses your skin. And you're met with the scent of flowers, leaves, and the sound of running water, birds chirping, and some laughter in the distance, as well as the musical tone of a lute in the background. A familiar tone that you definitely have heard before. And it isn't long until you find a break through the foliage and you come upon a small clearing. Looking up, the sky is a very gentle blue. Very little clouds on it. It's quite nice. And as you gaze at it, you can see the silhouette of a gigantic head. And the longer you stare at it, the longer you look, you can tell the silhouette is Vithi's. Inside this clearing, there is a very beautiful waterfall that spills into a pond. It's surrounded by a multitude of trees and bushes, flowery vines, all trailing over them. The scent is very sweet, yet it does not overpower your scent. And above the pond, you can see, again, different birds and butterflies lying about, as well as some not so common creatures like dragon sprites. Then again, these are not very hostile. As a matter of fact, they're the size of an average bird, if you also hear a voice calling out. Ambrose, it calls. It's a familiar voice, one that almost shocks you when you hear it. And when you turn over to the direction where this voice comes from, you see a table and a few chairs. The furnishing is made out of branches all knit together to form the, I guess, furniture itself. It was probably made with very magical craftsmanship because the designs are so well made. On one chair is a very large armored person with a helmet shaped like a boar's head. And on the other chair is someone dressed in plain leather armor with a cloak. Again, the clothing seem familiar, but the one wearing them is not a person as you knew them. Decayed and dying. You see that they are in fact of skeletal nature, but they seem to be brimming with life, even though their condition would say otherwise. The person will beckon you with his hand and he goes, "Come here, lad. It's good to see you."
I stand there for a few moments, kind of struggling to take in my surroundings in general, though I feel comfort and warmth thanks to the familiar feeling that of the surroundings being very, very close to what I feel from Vithius's stone. It is all still so alien and foreign that I can't help but be completely entranced in my surroundings. But of course, the voice calling out kind of snaps that train of thought of me just focusing on the strangeness and beauty of that strangeness around me. Almost feeling like a sort of home that I've never seen before. But laying eyes on the two figures, I kind of just stop for a moment as I stare at the two, and the energy lines on my body, while they have been kind of dull, it's been mainly just kind of slow, almost heartbeat-like, kind of in tune with the warmth around me. But then when I realize the two that I'm staring at, the lines immediately brighten. And tears fall down from my eyes almost immediately as I don't just walk, but I sprint over.
And as you sprint over, I'm assuming you're going to tackle hug this man, correct?
Without a doubt.
Okay. So yeah, you can see that the tackle hug, he kind of like recoils a little bit because of the hug, and you're even a little bit scared about what may happen. This is, after all, a skeleton, what you're seeing, But the hug feels like you're hugging an actual person. It feels firm as a normal, full person would be. And, the man, obviously your mentor, Viren, hugs you back and just gives you a few pats on the back. And as this is happening, the music, the lute that you're hearing will come to a stop. The same familiar voice would be heard again, and it says, "Oh my, welcome, Ambrose." And as you break the hug and you turn around, you would see next to the chairs a very large toadstool, which a short-statured woman was standing on, dressed in green, brown, gold dress. She's barefoot and hovering in the air with teal and orange butterfly wings, feeding lazily, keeping her. She goes, "What are you? You can't be. Are you?" And she looks a little confused about your presence right now, but then she smiles after a second of kind of thinking through it. She goes, "Oh, you must be dreaming." And she gives you a little laugh and flies over and gives you a hug as well. Before, you saw her as a much larger than your normal size, but at this point, she is slightly shorter. And after the hug, she would settle down on the ground, just grabbing your hand, Ambrose, and just taking you with her. She waves her other hand in the air, and with some sort of blue magic coming out of her hands, another chair is for you, Ambrose, to settle upon. The chair is kind of born from the ground. Roots kind of sprawl up and weave themselves into the frame of the chair until you got a nice seat. And she goes, "Welcome, welcome." And you can tell that she is, her wings are very excited as it's fluttering around, as she, takes you to, pretty much drags you to sit down on this chair. And she goes, "We were simply having a little break, drinking some tea, reminiscing. You probably recognize your mentor, and this is one of my guards." And she nods at the armored person. And she goes again, "It has been an eventful arrival, here to say the least. A few rebellions needed to be quelled." And she just waved a dismissing hand and flies up again and sits back on the toadstool that she was before. "But enough of that. How are the others? How is everything in Port Strale? Have you gotten any closer to discovering more about the stones?"
There's a moment where I kind of just, kind of like the suddenness of like being being led around, sat down, staring at she. It's quite obvious it's a bit overwhelming for a moment, as I kind of open my mouth to speak, but then instead of my voice, it's just an exhale of air as I breathe out and close my eyes for a moment and say, I'm so happy to see the both of you. I really, really needed this. There's been so many emotions recently. So many things that I've bottled up that I have not known how to deal with. But being here, even if it is fleeting, that's enough. What Strale has been. There's many words that I could use to describe it. I'm not sure I could describe it in however much time I have here. I have been so very afraid. Strale is dangerous, not just because of what's happening, but because the people that rule over everything, I'm afraid, will get in our way of protecting the people
You can tell she's listening very attentively at your words and nodding as you are speaking. She goes, right, a lot of emotions. That would make sense. It seems that you've been thinking about a lot of things so much that, well, I'm assuming our mother, and she gestures over to the sky where you can see the silhouette of Vivians, that has granted you this small audience.
It's thanks to her, then, that I am able to see the two of you.
It always is. And she smiles as she stands up a little bit from her toadstool, just kind of like, interested in more of your story. And she goes, I get that. From what I could see, that town really needs a change of leadership. It is unfortunate, but I'm sure you are doing fine. You've already stopped one of the hidden evils of this town, right? The group of hags that were keeping me prisoner. At this point, I believe you can do it all.
I did that more than just Port Strale. That was vengeance from my father. And I'll kind of look over at Viren. And it's only the second time I've ever used that. The first time I called him father was when he was dying.
You see Viren would also actually approach you and just put a hand over your shoulder. Even though it's covered, as I said, you can see that he's a full-on skeleton, so you would imagine that there is no skin or any sort of muscles or anything like that. But he still keeps his covered appearance. Even though he is not shameful, but perhaps he's just used to it at this point.
But more than just that. More than just my father and Port Strale. I did it to protect you. While those hags existed, you were in danger.
And I am very thankful for that. If it wasn't for you or your friends, I never would have returned to my kingdom. She gestures all around her. I wish I could give you a tour of the place, but I'm not sure how much time we have. And if I'm being a little honest, my kingdom is quite vast. It would take.
I'm kind of like looking around. The energy line's still so very bright. Almost the brightest they have ever been.
And Ambrose, as you can look around, as you can look around, as I said, you see plants that you don't really recognize, like nowhere. This is a whole new kind of ecosystem. Animals that look familiar, some of them not quite. They are similar to some of them, some of what you're used to. Some of them are slightly different. Of course, there is more magical creatures running around, as I mentioned before, by tiny elementals floating in the air to small dragon sprites just flying about. Even the sky looks different. While it is still very much blue, the clouds have almost like actual shapes, not the kind of thing where you see a cloud and it kind of resembles something. This time the clouds are actually shaped. Different things in the sky. And of course, as always, in the horizon, the silhouette of Vithius, looking even larger than what you've already seen Vithius as. Of course, you know that this is that Vithius is gigantic, but to be able to see it in the horizon, this is a whole new scale. And of course, the head of Vithius is laying there, eyes closed, mouth closed. But somehow you get this comfort that she is always watchful of her realm.
Looking around for a few moments, taking it in, I will say, I am not sure I've ever seen anything so beautiful and serene. It kind of reminds me of the first time I ever left Port Strale, seeing the forest and the roads, how calm things were, the birds in the sky.
And she gives you a little laugh at that. And she goes, well, maybe one day I will be able to give you a proper visit. And she pauses for a second, kind of looks over at the sky towards where Vithius is. And she goes, I still have a duty to. Don't know when, but I know that it will happen. So, there is yet hope that we will meet again.
Just as I made my oath to Vithius, I made an oath to you that I would see you again. But I too must do my own duty. I am the chosen of Vithius, and I will still follow my own feelings and ideals. I will protect my friends, the family I've made, and I'll protect the people and the innocents who cannot protect themselves. And that must come first, unfortunately.
And she would smile at this and nod, understand. And she would go, of course, is what our mother wants of us. And she stops, and Ambrose, you can see in the sky, again, the silhouette of the head of Vithius slightly lifts up, then just sets itself down. There are no tremors, there are no disturbances of any kind, but you can clearly see this gigantic titan move. And you assume that everybody else was able to. She was not staring, but she stops what she's saying. And she looks a little bit more worried. But this feeling of worry doesn't let her, doesn't stop her from smiling. And she stands up and flies over Ambrose to where you are sitting. And she places her hand on your shoulder as well. And she goes, I am so sorry to cut our reunion short. You need to wake up, dear Ambrose. And you can tell that, even Viren just kind of backs away a little, but he is, understanding of what is going on. there is clearly something happening that made the Titan move, even in this realm. So with that, Ambrose, she would lean closer to you and just give you a little kiss on it. And she goes, "Our friends are in danger, and they need you." She flutters back a little bit, and just kind of waiting for, anything that you have to say before sending.
There's kind of like a moment where my eyes go a bit wide at the idea of my friends being in danger, my family being in danger. And then, a moment later, I steel myself and say, I will stop at nothing to keep them safe. On my oath, I will protect them with everything I have. But I want to say again, I will return here. I will see you again.
And to that, she smiles and nods, and she goes, "Till we meet again." And she moves her arm over to you, Ambrose, and just flicks your forehead with her finger. You would not expect a flick of your forehead to be strong. However, you are thrown back. So much that the place that you're in completely disappears from your mind and your sight. And you gasp yourself awake as you are now back in the in-plane dagger that you were before all of it. It is for you, Ambrose, the morning of the Inventors Fair. You are very aware. Your friends have already been gone. And you don't really hear the crowd of people. However, you see a lot of, well, if you were like to go down and just look out any window, you would see a lot of movement going towards the gates to the upper city. The fair has already started. And your friends are definitely.
There's a moment where I just kind of, like, as I kind of like stutter awake and look around and try to get an idea of my bearings and looking outside. And then I'll kind of just lightly hold my forehead for a second. And then nod to myself and quickly throw on my stuff as fast as possible, grabbing my sword. And I will move outside, and, well, I already know that they're headed towards the upper city, so...
Mm-hmm. So, Ambrose, you make your way over to the upper city. You know where it is. You are very well versed into the city at this point. It's been your house for so many years, and now you just know where to go. You rush over to the gate, one of the gates that goes over to the upper city. And as you reach there, unfortunately, what you will hear is panic and people running away from the gate. You start to wonder what is going on, what is happening, until you're trying to push your way in as people are just desperately trying to run away. And then obviously you are able to catch the moment when the city itself shakes as the great wave hits the docks of the city, flooding everything and completely destroying the Inventors Fair. You see the chaos unfold you even have to like hold some people as the water reaches over and just kind of pushes everything. You see debris, you see a lot of machinery being thrown everywhere. Some houses, the windows are destroyed immediately, doors breaking down by the strength of the water, and buildings shaking by the impact of this large wave. And you cannot help but like fear for your friends, as you definitely know that we're in there. And as the water finishes its, place and starts to retreat, Ambrose, what are you doing?
There was a moment of worry that sparks through my mind, thinking about, oh god, they are most certainly in that, but it is immediately replaced with the warmth of the vow that I made. I will do my best to keep them safe, and I will rush in the moment I can.
Yeah, and you are able to rush in. You see people are starting to like get up, others are trying to like remove some of the debris, trying to help some people. This is an event that affected a lot of the population of Port Strale. A lot of them are, coughing water and then, trying to get their footing back. Some of them may have been trampled in the chaos, and others are unresponsive on the ground. It is from the Inventors Fair that was supposed to be a happy and memorable day for the city. This is the exact opposite. And Ambrose, you start heading over to where the main plaza is, where you see the main structure, the command tower, which is where usually the announcements of the fair happen. And everybody else in the party, what are you guys doing? If I may give you a little bit of a recollection, Kipper and Rexmoa, you were bunkered down in one house with a child that you managed to save. Both of you were pretty much safe from the wave, besides, maybe inhaling some water and just like being flung around a little bit. Nothing bad really happened to both of you. The one who took the worst impact was, of course, Taurin, which couldn't really move through the crowd, ended up being kicked down until the wave hit, and she was dragged and hit something very hard. However, Taurin, you wake up without any pain in the middle of this mess, as I said, coughing up water as you are, coming back from what just happened.
Right.
So would we be able to see Taurin once we vacate the building? I assume everything's just like, destroyed and wet and flooded, and all the booths are just like knocked over.
Yes, you would be able to see everything. Let's see. So, you would be able to see everything around the area, as I said. Now, like, the whole place was cleared out. Like, the whole fair entirely is now just a mess. As I said, there's people there. The tents are just broken down all over the place. Some smaller features of the upper city have been also destroyed and just like floating around as the water retreats back again to the shore. And if you would, get up and exit the house, you would see that the place is now like completely cleared out, besides of the people that are trying to help. And trying to get others to, I guess, well, just bring any help to whoever they can. As you guys come out of the house, you would be able to see Taurin at some point. You know, she is like getting up, completely soaked, coughing water as she is like, you know, somewhere around this chaos.
Yeah, if we see her, we'll Rexmoa will start making his way over towards her.
Yeah. There is, you know, you only have to like not even dodge, but kind of hop over some things. There is still some water over there. It's probably like at like ankle level or so. It's still retreating. It was a very big wave, just kind of flooded everything, and obviously some of the water needs some time to retreat. But yeah, Kipper, what are you doing?
So, after realizing, hey, Taurin's not right behind us, Kipper kind of like glances, sees that the kid is okay. I think both Kipper and Rexmoa we both kind of ran out the door immediately, and we're probably splitting up looking for Taurin, like very out of breath, very stressed face, yelling Taurin's name.
Yeah, as you exit, you start yelling Taurin's name, and you see Rexmoa starting to move into the, I guess, the zone of the happening. And eventually as you start moving with him, you would be able to see Taurin as well, as she's, like, trying to stand up.
Up all kinds of water.
Yeah, Taurin, you feel as if this is the closest you probably felt to drowning, actually. But you didn't, as a miracle, which, well, we know what kind of.
Right. So, of course, she would be getting up from the rubble and everything. She'd be a little trembled. She'd be trembling from what she just experienced, because she not sure what that was, but she has an idea, possibly, just based off of like previous conversations we've had about the gods in Crenia. So she would like, just be cleaning off her face, wiping away any water, trying to like, just not rinse out her clothes, but like try to like wring out her clothes a little bit. Right. So I'm looking around, and of course she would probably start hearing her name, so she would kind of be looking up, her ears would twitch, looking around, trying to focus her eyes on whoever is trying to call out to her, and probably obviously would see the team coming up, see Rexmoa and Kipper.
Yeah, you would see them running over towards you, and you on it, like. You stand up, you're a little dizzy, you feel like there is water everywhere, you kind of like, you have water in your mouth, nose, ears, it's very uncomfortable.
The burning.
Oh boy.
Trying to blow out her nose, the usual stuff.
Exactly. You definitely do feel pretty bad, pretty bad, but eventually, all of you gather together, and Ambrose, as you were arriving to the spot, you would also be able to find the people as well.
Yeah, I would say as I'm like searching around the plaza, I am like trying to help people like get up and help some people cough out some of the water, and then as I'm like, once they finish helping them, I would like try to ask them, have you seen, a lizard folk or a Rengon or Tabaxi?
Most of them are not really helpful. They're all trying to, get through to their own problems and, find their own ways or their own people. And, but eventually, as I said, you are able to see, these people. It's very interesting. not interesting. Sorry, my brain got a little distracted there. It's very grim, but you can see your party members being there because you recognize them. They kind of stand out from the usual crowd, anyways. So, yeah, you're able to rejoin them, and you guys are able to see also that. Well, whenever you catch a glance up into the command tower, you can see that even the saints and the nobles are being escorted out of the tower by their own personal guards. And yeah, you see how, like, most of them are being escorted. You see, like, their house emblems with some guards just kind of pushing them away from this danger. And yeah, the only ones that don't really move away are obviously the house Trishul, Borealis, and Zephyr. They are staying there, and as a matter of fact, you see that Borealis and Zephyr kind of catch a glance at each other, and Zephyr immediately moves her hand, opening what looks to be a portal. And with this portal, you can see that they move out go through, and then they appear at ground level. Now, where everybody with this tidal wave just destroyed everything. And behind them, from this portal, you can also see how the automaton of Borealis, Percival, just runs in, and Rin as well. And they don't say much, well, nothing that you can hear, but you can see that Zephyr and Borealis are kind of giving out orders. Rin and Percy go to one side, and they start going into another side. You see Zephyr using telekinesis to lift up very large objects to manage to release some of the people that were trapped under rubble. Borealis using a magic as well, trying to get some other people to safety. Percival, the automaton, also carrying some people on their back, and Rin using some healing magic onto all of them. They are, of course, only 4 people, but you can see that out of all the nobles and even the saints themselves, they are the only ones that are actually putting in any effort.
Are all the nobles still in, like, I would assume, like, the upper levels of the buildings?
You saw that the nobles were being, like, removed from the area. Yeah, you saw that the nobles were being removed from the area, but the only nobles that decided to stay, that their own, like, guards and everything, were obviously the House Trishul, Borealis, and Zephyr. And the saints are still there. You definitely don't know what they're saying, but they're clearly, like, yelling and, like, fighting about something. Most likely what just happened.
Before we start talking to outside people, I think, like, just, Taurin getting swept up and almost drowned. Kipper's gonna just be, like, lifting up one arm, lifting up the other, and, like, Taurin, but we thought you were right behind us. What happened?
Taurin will kind of cough, and she'll look at everybody and go, well, I met a god who is neither disappointed or pleased to have me as their chosen, whatever that's supposed to mean.
So, you finally met Ixis.
Well, trust me on this one. Neutral reaction is actually good reaction.
But it seems I have a mission to complete now. Something I'm not ready to do, but I have to because I owe a pretty big debt to a guild I'm part of.
Is that guild in the city?
Yes. What is this mission that you have to do in order to gain the favor of Ixas?
As for the guild, I can't say. They are like the shadows. They're here and they're gone sometimes. They work underground work, I should say. She kind of looks down at her feet, then back up at them. The mission I have, it may result in death if I am met with resistance. So... it's kind of a big deal.
Well, of course we'll be behind you. I feel like everything up until this point has been the threat of death, so it doesn't faze us anymore. But we can talk about this a bit later. I'm gonna go and help Borealis.
Now we should help others. It's pretty tragic.
Are you sure you don't need help, Taurin? You did just survive a terrible flood, even with the help of a titan. I can't imagine that was any too pleasant for you.
I mean, I think I'm okay.
Surprisingly enough, Rexmoa, I didn't see any injury and I didn't sense any loss in life.
There's a lot of death out there, that's for sure. I saw things under the water.
Psychological damage, that's... I don't know if I have that anymore. But I can be a little goofball and distract you from it. I'm just gonna make sure I can lessen the casualties, at least, at the moment.
So you guys are... Well, sorry, shouldn't I call you on? Are you guys going and helping the rest of the people?
Let us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So all of you just kind of pick a direction and start helping people. Whoever can lift heavy objects would just start, getting rid of the rubble, lifting people, carrying them to a safer place. The others would also try and,
Also, not that Rexmoa is like looking for it because he's too busy helping people, but if anyone so happens to stumble upon some like cool like lost in the flood inventions or Kipper's bag of tricks, that would be nice.
Please. So yeah, can we loot ground?
Oh my lord.
Dear DMs.
Ground.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all right. We're not looting. We're helping. And if we just happen to find anything while we're helping,
we're just
finders keepers.
I wouldn't say no.
Lost and
Oh
found.
my lord.
Box.
Okay.
That's all it is.
You know what?
I mean, if Starfall, if they're dead,
We're
do
helping.
they need it?
I'm a good person.
Hey, what's lost can be found. It's all good.
We have to
Found my
return it to
ass.
them. I still haven't found Boris's cousin.
All right, give me an investigation check. Whoever wants to loot.
We're not looting. We're just if it happens to happen while we're helping.
If it happens to happen, got it.
I'm looting the ground. I'm looting the ground. How do
as a scholar,
How do I roll?
I always say
He's just doing some
API.
archaeology.
Always be investigating.
Should I do some perception to
damn.
see if I see anything on the ground?
Investigation,
moly.
Kipper.
That doesn't make. I was say it was easy.
Let's see. You said it.
Is it because your perception's the better one?
Of course it is.
By a large margin.
Very big. My
I am not-
perception is so big.
That's so funny.
Investigation. Here we go.
Ambrose is only focused on people and also looking up at the Saints every once in a while.
Doing Baldur's Gate here. Oh, look at that.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, let's see. Alright, so, Kipper and Rexmoa, as you guys are just trying to help and, getting things sorted out, getting people ready, you see things floating about, debris, different sort of pieces and things that... But most of what you can see, it's either not useful or, you don't think... yeah, either destroyed or you don't think it will have any use whatsoever. Taurin.
So has the water receded, or is it like ankle high still, or
no? As you guys are helping people, the water has receded.
Oops, I meant ground.
What did you say?
Oh no!
This poking bodies. Are you alive? Are you dead? Are you alive? Hey.
On the group, you just take a person and then you just shove them into Kipper. Be like, is this one alive?
Are you breathing?
Is it breathing?
Is it breathing?
Oh,
Is it
no.
dead? Is it alive?
That's unfortunate.
No.
Oh, look at that. Is that
It
a
was
shiny
mangled
ring?
pretty bad. I don't know what it was before.
Oh, it's
The
so awful. That's awful.
tsunami.
Don't loot.
Yeah.
But in this case of fantasy, I'm looting.
So, Taurin, as you search around again, trying to help people, trying to figure out if people are alive or not, you are able to see the same kind of deal. Things are broken down, things are not useful. You may be able to see some bits of technology here and there, but like, some of them are way too big to just carry around as on like your bag or like, you definitely do see things that you may be able to gather, but not something that you could do in this specific moment on this specific situation.
Got you.
So the water has completely receded. People are being helped, and eventually, like, people are starting to gather once again around the command tower. Since, of course, the Saints are still there, you can see them kind of in a dilemma right now, as they are trying to, just figure out what to do. People are starting to crowd around. There is, noise is starting to happening as they're all questioning, as they're all kind of asking the Saints, like, there is a mob pretty much happening below the command tower, and everybody seems to be desperate, asking for what is going to happen now that this just occurred. Like, what are the Saints going to do about this? Obviously, you can even see, like, the advisor of the Saints is also kind of trying to call their attention towards the mob, which the Saints are kind of ignoring for a second, but then when they see that they can't really ignore it, they face over towards it. You hear the static of the quote-unquote microphone that they were using, and Rupert grabs the mic first, and he goes, "Citizens, it has been an unfortunate tragedy what just occurred here at the Inventors Fair. We must stay together and try to face this adversity as one." And you hear the crowd are kind of not buying what they're saying. They're all like yelling and being like, "What is going on? What are we going to do? What is going to happen? What are you guys going to do for us?" To which obviously Rupert just kind of gets a little overwhelmed by all of this and just hands over the quote-unquote microphone to Seraphina.
Dear people of Port Strale, This tragedy, as so many others in our world, is but a test. A reason for why these inventions are so important. An absolute terrible loss of life.
So again, as Seraphina's speaking, you can see the crowd is not relenting. They're all like, you hear the yells. There's a lot of people like their voices in unison. It's very annoying, but you hear the yells like, what is going on? What are we going to do? Who is going to, like, what's going to happen to the Inventors Fair? Like, give us something. Give us give us some security. Give us something to go with after this tragedy.
People, please. We must come together in this moment, not pick up arms against each other. There are many out there who need help right now, and we should be supporting those who have lost loved ones. We can recuperate and come back together stronger than before.
The people are not buying it. The people are starting to get angry, you know, trying to rush over to the command tower. Yet the automaton guards surrounding the command tower that are keeping the people from entering. And you can tell that the tension is rising quite a lot, as, you know, people at first were shocked, then sad, then angry, and now they're starting to turn violent. And you guys are able to see from the crowd, from one of the sides, obviously, there is Percival, Zephyr, Borealis, and Rin are kind of like to one side, and they're looking a little bit distressed about what is going on. They're kind of talking to each other. You guys cannot hear it, obviously, because of the crowds and the constant like pushing, yelling, and all of the things around them, until you hear faintly the voice of Borealis, like amongst the crowd, and he goes, "Hello, excuse me." You know, the crowd is so loud that she's just barely audible. But she then puts her fingers to her throat, and her voice gets amplified. And she goes, "Hello, everybody, please, excuse me." And everybody's just kind of like, "Whoa, what is going on?" They just kind of like stop, and they turn to look over at Borealis and Sophia and everything else. And then she goes, "Oh, hi, hello. I understand that there has been quite a devastating tragedy, and I don't want to diminish your curiosity or your need for any sort of solution to this problem. But people, I really recommend not going the way of violence. This would only create more conflict." And Zephyr joins in, again, fingers to her throat, voice amplified magically. And she goes, "My sister is right. We cannot be violent in these times. I understand that the situation is rough, but please, I ask you all to calm down." And you see slowly the people are starting to kind of get back to their senses, and they're just like stopping the assault on the guards that are keeping the command tower safe. And you can see like the face of Borealis and Zephyr kind of relieved to seeing how people are turning to listen to them and stopping the assault. And Borealis goes, "Now, the Inventors Fair may have suffered a awful calamity, but please, I'm fairly certain that we can figure something out. And who knows, maybe we will be able to make another fair, or perhaps another great event for all of you. And Borealis just kind of glances over up towards the command tower, towards the saints. Specifically towards like Seraphina, who has the mic at this point.
Yes. Thank you for your encouraging words. Indeed, we must not turn on one another, but look to rebuild stronger and more capable than before.
And Borealis would start again, and she goes, "Yes, and of course, I'm pretty certain that if an event like this could happen, we could do it again. After all, we have the resources to do so. Look, I may be of a noble house of this city, but I assure you that with my help in the Arcane Academy, we could give you back what we have lost today. And, of course, with the patronage of the Saints of Port Strale." She glances over again.
Of course.
And Zephyr now starts talking and goes, "Now, please, everybody, we will try and bring assistance to whoever needs to. I will make sure to call the people from the academy. So if we need any sort of healing and any other type of recovery, we will be able to provide." And one of the people like chimes in, kind of yells from between the crowd, and he goes, And what about the price? Who gets to stay in the upper city?" And the people are starting to go like, yeah, what about it? Like, who's gonna be the lucky one? And Borealis is kind of like, lifts her hands, was trying to calm everybody down. They go, all right, yes, you guys are, and you're right. There is a price to be had. But unfortunately, it is not fair for us to judge without your inventions. And I know most of you worked hard to get all of this ready for us. And if it was for me, I would give you, all of you, a chance to be in the upper city, of course. But I'm not the only one who does the choices here. And she just you can tell that Borealis is kind of like glancing around the crowd and kind of looking for something. And when she crosses eyes with you guys, the party, she just smiles as she sees. And she goes, "If something, we could take this moment to address something. While there was not any of the inventors chosen as a winner, if we have to give somebody the pass to the city, I have some people to nominate." And everybody, the crowd starts getting a little bit confused, like, whoa, what is going on? Like, who is that? Like, who are you guys nominating? They're kind of looking at each other like, whoa, did I win? Like, kind of like confused. And Zephyr just kind of looks at Borealis and she grins, knowing what she has planned. And she raises a hand, casting a spell to show lights over you guys, the party, until people catch on and they start looking at you. And Zephyr goes, "That's right. We, in fact, have heroes of our own here. Heroes that risked their lives to save the people of the lower city. And now we saw them risking their lives again in this catastrophe, trying to rescue whatever survivor there was. And you can tell that people are like, oh shit, I recognize those people. Like, yeah, they were there that one night when the creature's starting to crawl over from the sewers.
Rexmoa tries to move out of the spotlight.
You see, like, the lights are like, it's not like a spotlight, they're tiny little, like, motes of light around you.
Like follows.
Yeah. If you move a little bit away, the light just kind of scoots over, so you're still inside of the light.
If you have like debris, you're just kind of like hiding behind it, just kind of like slowly like go away.
And you guys see that Zephyr will continue and go, and of course, us in the Arcane Academy are very grateful for their service, and with the help that they have provided. So, if for all of you, the people of Port Strale, if you see it as just and necessary, we would like to extend the invitation to the heroes of the lower city. And the people are going like, yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Like, yeah. They're all kind of like agreeing. They're like, you know, some of the ones that are closer to you guys are kind of gathering over there and just kind of cheering and like trying to get over to you, but they're not trying to be like super kind of like, you know, they're not trying to be obnoxious about it.
Rin's
And
gonna hate this.
And Borealis chimes in and goes, yes, of course. And I'm sure that the Saints would not have a problem with this. After all, the past that was gonna be given to a person today could be given to the heroes that saved the city that one frightful night I've heard about. And she looks over at Seraphina and Rupert. Rupert, like, has his hand on, like, the bridge of his nose, is kind of like, oh god.
Well, what an interesting development. They have indeed served greatly. She looks to Rupert.
And you see, like, he's like stressed out. And your silence as you're kind of glancing over to him makes the crowd a little confused. And you hear, like, people asking, so what is it? Like, is that gonna happen? Or, like, what is going on? You know, everybody's, like, murmuring and confusing. And Borealis and Zephyr are trying to, like, calm them down as they're starting to get loud once again.
We shall honor these great heroes and indeed bestow upon them the great prize. Let's hear it for the heroes.
And everybody starts cheering and obviously surrounding the heroes. They're kind of like staying like within the range of these kind of motes of light. Not only are they being used as like a way to showcase you guys, but they're also kind of like a little bit of a barrier. And as you guys are hearing the cheers and everybody's just kind of like gathering together, you hear Borealis go, "Then it is settled. I think because of this catastrophe, this definitely odd Inventors Fair, we can all agree with the people of Port Strale that the ones who saved everyone should get the prize. And don't worry, people. I will personally see it that we will get another contest. And everybody is going to be given a fair chance at it. And now, Help your brothers, your sisters, your family, your friends. Rebuild everything together. Bring back your best inventions. And I promise you, we will have a new fair soon enough. And everybody's just cheering, going ham, going crazy at the people. Percival starting to kind of keep people away from the two sisters as they're all trying to gather around them. And same with you guys. You guys are being kind of not suffocated, but you see it's a little bit overstimulating having a bunch of people cheering around. And as the cheering all dies down, you can see the Rupert just kind of goes whatever, and just kind of leaves the balcony that they're on. And Serafina just kind of drops the mic and just follows along. You can tell she's very angry about this. And now, for the second time in the city, you're being cheered and regarded as the heroes that you guys are. That you saved the people of this town from one terrible fate that one night. And now, because of your actions, helping the others through this terrible, catastrophe that just occurred, you are regarded as heroes of the whole city now.
As this is all happening and the light shines on us, just a quick interjection. I'm gonna immediately look over to Ambrose to gauge his reaction. Ambrose, what's going on in your mind as the light is on you? You are muted, by the way.
I think he might be muted or coughing. One of the two.
I was coughing. I'm sorry. That's why I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're completely fine.
I'm okay now. There's a moment where I kind of look up at the lights and kind of stare at the crowd, but my eyes are very, very focused on watching what the Saints are doing and their reactions. And not exactly the greatest of expressions on my face for me being heralded as a hero along with you all.
I think Kipper's face is just the look of concern. I think we're all just dumbfounded, but especially just the Saints doing the exact opposite thing that we were expecting. Especially considering Ambrose is here. It just... Also, I hate nobles, so this is not a... This is...
Yeah, Rexmoa would be visibly upset about the turn of events that just transpired.
Owen would kind of be whoever she's nearest, she would kind of mumble under her breath. This is too suspicious. How the hell did they know where we were? Or what we were wearing? She points at her suit.
I'm gonna lean in to Taurin and be like, they do have automatons all over the city. There's really no way they didn't notice something.
Also, if I'm being honest, there's not many pink dinosaurs in the city. Just putting it out there.
I'm a lizard.
Well, I also could come here in full armor as well.
We are a group of entirely non-humans.
Correct.
That's true.
Also, I'm probably taller than most of the people here, because most people are humans.
You're Scandinavian.
So.
Exactly.
And also, there is Rin, who would be able to alert Borealis pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. And Borealis is also very tall, so,
True.
gonna have
I'll say
to-
once the saints leave the picture, I will kind of like breathe out and then immediately refocus on the fact that there's a crowd around us, and then start to be slightly overwhelmed.
And not long after, like, the saints leave, you start hearing again the static of the microphone in a robotic voice saying, please vacate the area. The Inventors Fair has been cancelled. And then they're repeating the same message and the same message. And, people are starting to move over. You see Zephyr opening another portal where some mages come out of this portal and start, like, helping more people. Borealis kind of does the same thing, where some little robots that were in her manor also start to come out and start helping to clean up and, fixing whatever they can. As the people start to disperse. Eventually to the point where you can walk pretty much freely. There's still people going like, hey, you deserve it, blah, 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 kind of like, cheering you on as you guys are now free to move.
I'm surprised we don't have anybody who's like, hey, who the heck are you?
No, there 100%
That
would
was
be
nice.
people like that. But you see, like, the emotion of the people are like, it's like more... It's kind of like a crowd mentality kind of deal, They're starting to cheer for something and everybody's like, whoa, okay, there's a hero, hey, you know what? They're fair.
Exactly.
One of
Come on,
those
percent-
moments.
A positive.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
This was the last place I was expecting this to happen.
I still want my record of being arrested in every single town to remain.
That's very important to me.
Hmm.
I must
Still got
be
time.
arrested
Noted.
in this town.
That is true. You have not been arrested in this town.
Let's
So,
go ahead and write that.
I'm very excited.
Get Kipper arrested. Got it.
yeah. Eventually you see Borealis and Percival move closer, walk over to you guys. Percival obviously guarding her, as he always does. And Borealis is kind of very happy and giddy. You can see like she's kind of like hopping as you guys approach her. And she goes, yes, my plan worked. Now I got you the pass to the upper city.
Oh, so that was, you know what? That makes so much more sense. It's also a lot less creepy because it would have been weird if the Saints had been watching us that closely that whole time.
She goes, now, I think I'm going to bring some more of my little helpers to get things sorted out around here. I'm probably going to be a little bit busy. Yes, you can probably tell, me and my sister will. But, and not to press you or anything, but I am getting a little concerned about the state of the world. If this just happened here, who knows what could have happened in other towns?
I have a feeling this one might have been relatively isolated to just.
Thorn's eyes get alarmed.
I'm hoping it's
Galarian.
isolated to here.
What about the state of your city? Whose side are you on?
No, I'm with the people, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Not saying I don't trust you, but I feel like that's like what every politician says.
And you would be correct. However, I am simply here to help.
We would all be dead
Rin?
if it wasn't for her as well.
Rin, who approaches, she says, you better trust us. I let you meet Borealis.
No, you're right.
Well, they say that you can judge someone from the company they keep, and, well, I mean, no offense, Lady Borealis, I understand it's a part of the positioning of as Lady of the House, but you seemed awfully friendly with the other nobles. And the Saints as well.
Well, I have to be. Would you rather me not be friendly and be the odd one in those meetings, or the one who is, not listened to, or, the one who doesn't really have any involvement in this city?
Now we have free reign, as we please to do in the upper city. That will help us work a lot better. That's thanks to Borealis and Zephyr.
This makes me... Wait, was this planned? This had to have... Of course this was planned from before the event. Would we have just been announced at the same time as whoever won the Inventors Fair, or...
Oh, no. If the Inventors Fair would have gone normally as they should have, well, of course my plan would have to be a lot more different.
You
But-
really just created that on the fly, didn't you?
Yes, of course. That is the mark of a great inventor, coming with things on the spot. And she looks very proud when she says this.
Borealis, if I may, are you going to be alright? Seraphina did not look very happy. I'm worried you may have consequences.
Probably, but once they see the donations the Arcane Academy are going to give, I think, that frown will be turned upside down.
How long has your...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. No, you go first. Mine was just a Kipper random curiosity thing off.
Okay. But I am thankful for you stepping up there. I wouldn't want to know what the Saints might do if the citizens turned against them right now.
Well, and she just kind of looks around, kind of like suspicious, and she leans closer over to you and she goes, as much as that would benefit everybody here, I don't think what the city needs after a tidal wave is a rebellion.
That's my point. All these people... This is a bad time for a change in leadership.
Well,
If that would even be successful. I don't know what the Saints can actually do.
I think sadly, whether there's a rebellion or not isn't of the chief concern. I think I would agree with Borealis that the cause of the tidal wave is definitely linked, considering that Ixis appeared before Taurin. That I think the world, whatever the Saints are doing right now is awful, but if the world ends before then, it doesn't...
I am certain this is happening in other places. We already saw it with Vithius.
You see Rin again. You see her a little bit, impatient. Her tail's twitching in irritation, and she goes, her being friendly allows me and Echoes to go and fix shit. And that lets you do the same.
And I'd rather be the boots on the ground, too. I don't want to be friendly with people like them. I'm sure Borealis agrees, but doesn't have that ability to vocalize it.
Of course, I have to really look at what I say in public. This stunt was definitely a risk, but a risk that was very calculated to be completely honest, the Saints can't really lose one of the noble houses. Of course, that doesn't mean that my place in their council, or whatever they like to call it, is not going to be diminished. But if I know that I did a good thing for you, and that you eventually will do a good thing for the whole city, I'm okay with that.
Also, sorry, Villa, I think I spoke over you for a second there.
Oh, that's okay. It happens. Well, I'll just say that from what I was seeing right before your clever intervention is that the people were all too eager to rise up against the Saints, and that's not something that's going to go away. So whether it be today or tomorrow or even after we leave, something's going to happen.
I think that's just a situation we're gonna have to navigate as we go through it. Not that saying that's really necessarily that helpful, we're already dealing with enough.
Rin says, someone's gotta do the shitty bit of smiling at the Saints. Just kinda shrugs at it.
I'll do the screaming at the Saints. Because I have not gone to jail in this city, and that might be fun.
I can't even believe they didn't even pretend to care. They made it so obvious that it bothered them. They were arguing when the people were dying. What kind of leader is that?
No saints I would worship, that's for sure.
So much for being the saint of compassion.
Compassion, and what were the other ones?
Pride.
Well, I can see that one at least.
Both equally useless.
I thought
And,
the other one was gout.
And Borealis just kind of like shuts you down, and she goes, as much as I would love to keep this very interesting conversation going, I think those are topics that we cannot discuss in public. And you
Guys.
heroes of the city, you would do very well in recovering and maybe helping out some other people. Now that you can access the whole city, it will be alright.
The whole city.
And
Taurin kind of sand her breath.
and Rin says, we also need the time of, well, this sort of tense peace, so that we can try and figure out all about the goop stuff. Once that's done, who knows? And Borealis chimes in and goes, yes, that is right. If what we learned was true, that means that there's still trouble beneath us. So, I would say, leave the insults for closed doors, just a friendly suggestion, and let's focus on what we have to do next. Does that sound good?
No,
Just so
you
many-
are correct. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'll just
No,
speak
go.
after you.
I
Okay.
finished.
Okay. There's just too many moving parts. We've already defeated 2 of the big bads in the city, it feels, and yet we still don't understand why anything is happening properly.
Borealis nods and goes, well, that is why we are working together to figure this out. And don't worry, we will get to the bottom of this. But for now, while you're still regarded, please don't mess it up.
Well, I mean, the commoners will most likely still like us by the end of this. There was never any doubt that something towards the end would happen between us and the Saints. To be honest, but I will contain myself as much as I can. I don't have a good track record with being in the same room as a noble. Galarian was an exception.
I'll pat Kipper on the shoulder and say, well, why don't we distract ourselves by, well, living up to our title. And yeah, I'll just like pull Kipper away and we'll start helping people.
All right.
Borealis is also an exception.
Really quickly, before you pull him away, I'll just kind of quickly just grab everyone and just hug you all and say, sorry for not being there.
Group hug. Don't worry, Ambrose.
I'm just glad you're feeling better.
You can't even swim, honestly. You weren't feeling well, so I think it's better that you stayed behind.
I would have used the stone to let me pass through the water, even if it meant possibly letting the Saints know. You and the people here that are in danger are far more important than that.
I appreciate your sentiment, Ambrose. I'm just happy you're looking healthier.
I'm happy that none of you were truly hurt or worse.
Can we go somewhere and dry off, maybe?
I like that idea. Soggy fur isn't really a great look.
I'm going to go continue helping people.
All right.
This is just how I normally am.
And so, if you guys are going to be, helping people, as I said, there are some people that just need kind of guiding to where the other wizards are, kind of doing the healing and the lifting some things, moving some others. You guys take whatever actions you want, and you're going to spend some time doing it. It was early in the morning. You guys take maybe a few hours to do it. It's still pretty much midday-ish. But you see that with the help of the little army of robots that Borealis brought, and your help, and some other people that were good enough to start helping, they would, things would start to look a lot better.
I imagine Taurin being like Beauty and the Beast, where he's like having the bathtub, where he's just she just kind of shakes all her fur and just puffball.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of. And then, okay, good berries for everybody. Yes, one for you, one for you.
Yeah, there you go, exactly. What were you gonna say, Dejana?
Oh, I was going to say, while I'm going around helping people, I would like to expend a couple points of my newer ability, that's technically an old ability, because I would like to use a couple of points of my Mother Earth's Touch on some people to kind of help them feel a bit more bolstered. The people who, it's pretty obvious that maybe they lost a loved one and are struggling to move forward. Because one of the things of Mother Earth's Touch is that it has it grants temp HP, and it has the benefit of granting them a bit of a bonus to their saving throws. So,
yeah,
more of a flavor thing, because I had to expend a lot of points to do that.
Correct.
But I figure there's probably still that feeling of vigor that comes with it, even if it's not the full 5 points that would be necessary to give the saving throw.
Right. Yeah, you spend your points doing that. Just, helping the people feel better.
Which would be my first time using this, actually.
Correct, it would be the first time using it
of my new
since you
abilities.
leveled up. Well, technically, you leveled up at the end of the fight with the goose.
Yes.
So yeah, you didn't
So
have a lot
I'm
of
actually, I'm going to opt to believe that Ambrose actually felt the ability to use this because of the dream.
time. Okay, fair enough. Hey, we can do that.
Even if technically speaking, I leveled up after the fight.
Exactly. Hey, we can say that. That is all good. So eventually, you guys have helped out enough. People have gotten on their feet. You see that the people from the Arcane Academy are retreating, same as the robots. Borealis is helping fix a couple of them that may have gotten damaged in some sort of way. You can tell that, like, with her magic, she can just mend them back together. And, yeah. Everybody's just leaving. The town is now quiet because of what just happened. And it definitely is in no shape yet, but it feels a lot better. Now you guys are left, as I said, it's kind of midday-ish. As everybody's doing their own thing.
Dun dun dun. It's midday. Time to get a snack.
I think with the amount of things that happened, Kipper is still on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whiplash of Inventors Fair, a giant wall. We're fine. Actually, Taurin drowned. Actually, Taurin didn't drown. Actually, the Saints really like us for some reason.
Well,
I mean, like,
well,
like, listen here. Like, I don't think they actually like us, but like, they made a weird show, a very uncomfortable show. Just the emotional whiplash. It's just a lot. It's a lot that happened.
Not to mention, Kipper, if you recall, you had a similar vision the night before of this same
Kipper
scenario happening.
does remember this, and he's very afraid that he literally did not mention this dream because he felt like it was just fear-mongering. He did not think it was a prophecy, so now he feels like if he says it now, people are just going to assume that he was holding back another truth and dislike him more.
What?
Yeah, so...
What was the last part? No way.
Wait, what?
Well, what
Was
Bip
it the
said.
more part?
The sad part at the end. It's like, what? No.
What do you mean no one like you? No, we like you.
So...
That's what I'm
That's,
saying.
that's
I don't
just
know, Bip.
Kipper's state of mind is like, everybody hates me.
Everybody
I don't know, Bip. I did send some DMs to you.
No,
boy.
you didn't. No, you didn't. No, it didn't happen. No,
Oh boy.
I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a bad time. Actually, no, it might be the only time.
No?
I think if I don't reveal it now, I just can never reveal it ever.
Do it.
Wait,
Ever?
what are you
I think-
talking about?
I think you should do it. I think.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is, and I think you should do it.
Okay. It was just the dream I had that about
Whether
okay,
or
well, I
not
guess I'll-
he should
I,
reveal the dream.
I
the
will
prophecy.
reveal it to you in character. How about that?
Ooh, story
That
time.
would
Let's go.
probably be a
I
good
mean-
idea.
I mean, where are we? What's the context?
Well, as I said,
think-
you
afternoon.
guys, you guys are like early afternoon, and you have finished like helping. You feel like there is not much you can do besides like the big stuff that obviously people are already taking care of.
Okay.
I say
Yeah,
I'd probably
we've
just
probably
kinda, like,
been healing people.
yeah, that sounds
Mhm.
right. I'll say after everything
Yeah.
is like said and done and things have started to slow down, I have kind of just sat down on the soggy ground, looking up at the sky.
Don't want to be very invested in just hanging around.
Yeah, the rest of the people are already gone, pretty much. Like, everybody's doing their own thing, everybody's on their own. So, like, you guys have your time right now.
Mm.
Hmm. Yes, lad?
I didn't realize until now, but there's just been so much fear-mongering in my dreams that I just assumed that it was just more, haha, look, dead parents, stuff like that. But
So I was very vexed by this sentence.
they died before he was really cognizant, so he feels like he can joke about that at least. But I think I'm so sorry I didn't realize it till now, but I think I saw that tsunami come through in a dream.
Can you describe the dream?
It was... I didn't realize at the time that it was the Inventus Fair. It was just... I was at a street market and people were selling invisible things. I couldn't manage to touch them or know what they were, and then by the time I looked up, there was a giant wall of water, and I didn't realize until after the wave had swept us under. The sense of deja vu I had was the fact that I had seen that place before, and that was the Inventus Fair.
Well, I can't exactly blame you for dismissing it. It seems, well, rather dreamlike. I mean, I've had dreams about my teeth falling out all the time, and yet... Rexmoa smiles.
Ooh. Sounds like you might have a gift there, Kipper. How many dreams have you had like this?
I wouldn't call it a gift. Since I've met you, I don't know how many to count. Since I got these powers, definitely don't know how many to count.
Interesting.
But they usually don't tell me what's going to happen. They usually just tell me, hey, you remember your friends that you used to like, they hate you now, and one of them's dead and stuff. I guess normal eldritch monster in your dreams type thing. Is that...
Well,
I wouldn't... Are your guys... Is yours nice?
My what?
dreams.
I mean, you have these eldritch things in your minds now, too. I'm hoping they're not as horrible as mine.
Oh, you mean our titans?
Yeah, I guess
patrons.
eldritch isn't necessarily very apt in this situation.
Well, I will say that Oris is never too talkative whenever, well, we have the chance to commune with one another, and I will say a lot of the time that I meet him, it's not under the best circumstances, but, well, we've never had anything bad to say about each other, I suppose. And, well, they offered some insight to our situation that I don't fully understand yet.
I think now realizing that in itself was telling me something that was going to happen in the future. I mean, number one, I feel responsible for things having gone down the way they did. Maybe we could have, I don't know, created a whole hoopla of fear and gotten people out of there And then maybe then I would be thrown into jail, and I could be thrown into every jail in every major city we've been in so far. I'm like trying to put that on my scrapbook, but
Well, in my druid, in our group, we call those dreamwalkers, by the way. So we see it as a gift. So you can see things that others cannot in their dreams. And sometimes they can come as a warning. Or, hopefully, like, usually happy warnings sometimes. But in this case, if you get another one, you should let us know.
I definitely will, and I realize now that there is one dream I definitely cannot ignore. I know where the Titans will commence their final battle.
Oh. Where would that be?
My hometown.
The lake?
Yeah. They will, if, as my dream says, they're going to be fighting to the death right over Mistbell. I can't imagine many will survive. And I don't have sending anymore, so I can't warn any of the people that I know there.
Wait, the gods are fighting each other, or...?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think anything that the dwarves or the elves can do at this point is anything of consequence. Let's just hurry up and find Ixis's stone.
Do I want to find it now?
I think we kind of have... I'm assuming it's somewhere in this town. I've been talking a lot.
Oh, after what you told me, it's like, if we find it, then what? If they're going to fight anyways.
Well, we have to keep in mind there's one stone left that is a little out of our reach.
I have a feeling that one will be made clear to me.
Ixis said I had to prove myself.
Did she specify how?
No, but I think it's tied to what I have to do. I think. I hope anyways. It's that simple.
I don't understand what you have to do? What is it that you have to do?
There's... the guild I mentioned earlier. There's a great debt I owe because someone stole something that they weren't supposed to, and I have to go look for him. Either he comes back alive or dead. Up to him, really. Or he gives back what he stole, which is a plant. And not just any plant. It's supposed to grant, like, immortality, in a way, so...
So a potentially immortal thief.
Possibly, if he ate it. If that's what he wanted to use it for.
What was the point of this plant? Did you already mention it?
It grants immortality, or at least it's supposed to, anyways. It's kind of unstable, so we don't really know what it can do once you put it into, like, a potion or anything, because it's so rare. Maybe we can have Borealis look into that, possibly.
I would also like to look into the effects of a plant like that.
What about the whereabouts of this person? Do we have any clue where to start? Are we gonna have to call a boat?
Well... Taurin will look back up at the tower where the saints were. I think I found him.
Rexmoa recalls Taurin trying to turn into a bird and fly away. Oh, that's what that whole thing was about?
Yeah. I wanted to make sure it was actually him before jumping to conclusions, but I was pretty hasty. I should have just came out and said that. That's what I was doing.
Well, which noble person were they?
He went by a different name. Wait, started with an A. What was the A one again? I forgot. Just trying to look for the notes.
Is this an out-of-character question?
That was another character question.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
You are
Oh
looking
no,
at...
his name was Jimmy.
You are looking at Aaron. Yes.
Aaron, thank you. I was gonna say Arden, but I was like, that's not right. That's not right.
I know someone named Arden.
I know someone named Arden.
They're a fabulous individual. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Back in character, of course. But yeah, Taurin will say, the House of Aaron.
Oh.
But
The
a
arrogant-looking one.
with the beard. That one.
Well, now that we have access to the upper floor, in the upper district, we should be able to start collecting information about them. If that is in fact our next goal, and Rexmoa will look around, which, well, if that is what Ixis asks of Taurin, I do think that is what we should be doing. We should set our sights to. We're well equipped to start handling it.
Going into the tower where all the nobles are at? You think we'll be okay in there?
Well, we might have to get a little creative. I'm sure Borealis and Rin will love to have this discussion.
You should probably pass it by them.
Ambrose, what do you think of this situation?
I've been continuing to sit on the ground. This time when this conversation was occurring, I kind of was glancing up at you guys, but then staying quiet, of course, and casting my gaze downward. And as I look back to you, my expression is pretty poor. There's a frown on my face, and my eyes look a little bit watery.
Are you feeling unwell again, Ambrose? Should we find an inn, perhaps? Do you need a nurse?
Kipper's gonna, go over to Ambrose's side. I know it was a lot. If you need anything.
We can always take a break.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. That's what Taurin was gonna say. We can always take a break too. That's it.
As Kipper comes close to me, my face almost turns into a scowl for a second before I shift back into a more stoic expression, and I kind of open my mouth to say something. Shut it. And then I say, I'm sorry. I hesitate for a moment. Well, before I ran here, I had a dream.
Oh, you too, huh?
And when I say this, I am looking directly at Kipper, and I keep on kind of flickering between a stoic expression and that almost turning into a frown, but I managed to keep it mostly masked. But it's pretty obvious that I am deliberately trying very hard to keep my mouth a more neutral show. And I continue, I've never really had pleasant dreams before. Just nightmares of that orphanage. Recently, it's been of watching the last moments of my father. But when you left, I fell back asleep and I think it was the Feywild. I didn't recognize any of the flora or fauna. And I walked for a bit, and in the sky, I saw the figure of Vithius, even larger than what we saw before. And then someone called out to me. It was Chi and my father.
Kipper just kind of does a pretzel next to Ambrose, and he's just listening intently.
My father, he really is seeming to be doing all right. He is missing his flesh, but he doesn't seem in pain. And she is doing well. I explained to her what was happening in Strale and the struggles we've had. And it seems it will be a while before we can properly meet her. She has something that she must do, and she must rule over her own kingdom. And we have our own things to do as well. We can't stop what we're doing here. We need to keep facing forward, and we need to keep these people safe.
I know. I'm really proud of you for pushing through everything. I'm sorry you had to, though. I'm really happy to hear that they're doing well, though, in the Feywild. If everything goes south, maybe they can avoid what happens on this world.
That
not
won't be
to
necessary. And so I go ahead while I die over here.
No.
drink a glass of water if you
ahead.
can.
Someone redeem hydrate for dishonor.
Get a cough drop. Drops.
Not
Throw it at
to, well, pull away from your situation, but Vithius, did she have anything to share? It seems that, well, things are in motion, so any divine insight that we could glean would be much appreciated.
Not really, but I am sure it's because of her that I was able to have this dream at all. Though she did move. And when that happened, she made me wake up. Because I think Vithius noticed what happened here. I was told that you all were in danger by Chi, and I think that's what Vithius told her. But I suppose there is one more thing. When I woke up, I think my connection to Vithius has been stronger.
What makes you say that?
Sorry, hold on, I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
Someone get this guy a potion to cure disease.
Yes, sir. Potion of stop
Take your time,
coughing.
though.
I have that blessing to heal a couple of minor things, some scrapes. But when I did it this time, it was different. It was like I was bolstering their vitality. Not just their physical nature, but their mind as well. And I feel like if I were to try hard enough, I feel like I could stop a group of people from moving to listen to Vithius' voice through me.
Like an envoy.
Well, you did a pretty good job today.
Oh.
Titans know that these people needed it. And, well, while we're on the topic, I have to ask you all, what do you think about the current, well, system of Port Strale?
I think we all have the same abysmal viewpoint. We've kind of all been in the trenches together at this point.
Seems a little corrupt from my point of view. That's just me.
I think I've made myself very clear.
Yeah. I don't dislike the people here. The commoners, at least. The ones that I've met. I've seen a few stray glares and not friendly faces, but other than that, I see potential in the people here. Just not in the ones leading.
Well, that's the thing. I think the sentiment is easy enough to carry, but I have to admit, when the people were about to storm the tower itself, I kind of wanted to encourage them. I know that Lady Borealis stepped in and managed to circumvent that situation, but I did not see it as something that we needed to avoid.
Borealis was right. This is not the time and place. I think I know that pretty well. If I had turned around and simply attacked everything after I left the orphanage, I would have never followed Viren. I would have never met you all. I would have just continued the cycle of violence. They need empathy and care. Creating a mob to take down the Saints is not that. If the next leader came in, whoever it would have been, would the mob just do the same thing to them the moment they were slightly unsatisfactory? Even if they did mean well.
Rexmoa looks towards Taurin and Kipper.
Question for those who can talk to these deities. Do they talk in your head?
I think for all of us, it's a bit different. Like, I feel like it's the difference between a dog and a cat, if that makes sense.
You know, well, if you always listen, you'll hear the voices of the Titans, but no, I've never had Horus commune to me directly, at least while I'm in the plane of the living.
I think I understand more now why I never devoted myself to anything.
I just hope I don't have to drown each time to talk to Ixis, is all I gotta say.
Please do not do that.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
I'm sorry, Rexmoa, that I said I was dedicated to Ixis before. You probably saw through that.
Well, I cast no judgment. We all have dedication in our own ways. Maybe not the most conventional, but
He does
I
seem
tend
pretty
not to
rad though, because he's a big eel, and those are pretty cool.
It was terrifying, not cool. Big jagged teeth, huge eyes. Not something you want to see in the water, that's for sure.
Do you think
always
the
found her
Titans
presence
eat
quite comforting.
anything?
Well, they have no need for such things as that, lad. I'm sure they know of taste and culinary arts and cuisine and food, but
That's a
for
lot
them,
of
it's
food.
just a pleasure, unlike for us.
I wonder. Now, I'm going down a rabbit hole I don't need to go down. As I am a rabbit, it is something I go down often.
Well, should we go, I guess, get something to eat? And figure out what we're going to do next? Or what would you guys like to do?
I kind of just want to sleep, but I think eating first would be a good idea.
I know it's been a long day, but it's a little early to be sleeping, lad.
There's been a lot of stress. I think we do need to sit down. Perhaps for more than one reason.
Digest
Yeah.
what happened today?
We could always go somewhere that's not the Plain Dagger. I know everyone loves it so dearly.
I would
hearts.
love to try something new.
Mm,
And I
agreed.
want the food to be described to me
In
by
great
a
detail.
disembodied voice.
Of course.
It's an odd request, lad, but okay.
Kipper just starts looking distantly into the sky.
Of course.
There's
Butter
something greater than
horizon.
Crenia, and that is the ZJ.
The coffee cat.
Remember, if we just bully ZJ, we get good ending.
You wish.
Actually, I think if we bully ZJ, he just kills our characters.
Perhaps.
The horror.
Perhaps. So, what is it that you guys are wanting to do then, specifically?
Food. Different
Here are our
restaurant, new food.
Characters. Mentally.
I think we'll go to the lower city and go to a different area down there, because I don't think the upper city is a good place to do it.
Let's go
No,
find
it's
a
gonna be
different-
expensive food.
Find a mom and pop shop.
Bougie.
There
Yeah,
you
we
go.
want to find a mom and pop shop, but in a different genre of food from a dagger place.
The dagger place.
The plain dagger.
That's
Oh,
my
my
name,
lord.
Dad.
Mm.
Bro has been there for like the past 3 months.
Plate and dagger. It's the place I sleep.
Correct. Yeah.
Actually stayed there like 5 nights, thank you very much.
5 Nights at Freddy's? Question mark.
Oh. Fredbear jump
Dagger.
scare.
Yeah, is there a nicer place that's not like
Yeah, 100%. You guys would be able. I mean, it is a very large town, so 100% you will be able to find another bar. Looking around. Actually, who is leading the party? I just want to roll because.
I mean, if we're doing lower city, I could probably find something.
All right. Roll me a d20, just a normal d20. Nothing. No
10.
modifier. Okay. So eventually, you guys would be able to find yourselves a different place. It is another inn, as you guys, well, kind of inn tavern sort of deal. You know, kind of same thing, not really, but you know. You guys will be able to find this new place. It is a little bit fancier than what the plain dagger was. The plain dagger was just a very comfortable place to live, but not to live, to like rent, but it was no luxury whatsoever. This one over here, you can tell that it's a little bit on the more luxurious side of things. Not like super, but you know, it definitely looks more expensive. The place that you guys arrive at, it is called the Drunken Minstrel. The
Do we have some
Drunken
music
Minstrel.
yet?
It is, as I said, a tavern/inn that you arrive into. This place has a fancier wooden finish with wooden beams on the walls. Very pretty, kind of copper-ish. Not really. It was kind of like a metal, similar to the copper color. Windows with some pretty glass onto it. The door, again, wooden, very nice, nicely carved. And as I mentioned, it looks a lot more than, not a lot, but it looks fancier than the plain dagger. Entering, you guys will be able to see the usual things in a tavern. This one is a little bit cleaner. There's more staff walking about. And overall, it looks better. If I can find a picture of the taverns where I put them, that'd be awesome. But yeah, what are you guys doing as you guys enter this place?
Find the cushiony seats.
Yeah, these seats
Yeah.
are better than the other ones. The other ones were just like plain like stools and like wooden table that were barely, not tables, wooden chairs that would barely like be just assembled to. Oh, I'm just gonna put you on this one because I.
Would you like a booth or table? Smoking or none?
Because I cannot find
Booth,
the other
booth,
one.
booth. Oi, this is where Roy serves us.
Not right now. I cannot find the
No.
other one.
non-smoking, please.
Yes.
I think Rexmoa would shed his like robe just because it's probably still a little bit damp from the flooding.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys find yourselves a nice seat. There are no booths, but like I said, this place looks better.
Aw.
Even the tables look more polished and fancier. A human male would go over with what seems to be like a little bit of a rag and starts cleaning the table and tells you, hello, what would you like? We have a lot of foods, a lot of drinks. And we have a very wide selection of alcohols. If you're looking for a little bit of distraction from what has happened in town. We also carry some of the better foods around. Just let me know. What are you in the
Do you
mood
know
for?
how to make a? Do you know how to make a Shirley temple?
I don't think I've met the Temple of Shirley.
Kipper like beams the recipe into his mind.
Why are you so sure about my temple?
I can offer you, however, a selection of wines, meads, and some other stronger liquors.
How about a spiced
Strong
rum?
liquor.
Mead.
What do you have going on in the kitchen right now? Also, good evening. I mean afternoon. Water's blessings. To you.
Well, and he pulls the rag over his shoulder and goes, well, the cheapest thing that we have right now is what we like to call hunter's pie. It's a little bit of any kind of meat inside of a pie. But we also carry some ribeye steaks and eggs.
Who put they meat in this pie? Who up in here putting they meats in this pie?
He goes, we also carry some lamb. We have a roast lamb with some cheeses that is, I'd say, very delicious.
Lamb.
I'll take a spot at the lamb and whatever your local wine is.
Local wine, of course. I can suggest a Redwood Dry. It's one of the local varieties from around the place, of course. Port Strale is not a wine town, but this is from around the area.
Yes, I'll have a glass of that. Thank you.
Indeed. For all of you?
What kind of meat do you have? Just generally, I'm assuming something fruit berry.
We have buffalo, we have lamb, we have shellfish, we have goat, pork. Maybe I can even
mead
Oh, meat.
with
Sorry,
a
I thought you
D.
said meat. My bad. That is my bad. Well,
That would be horrifying.
as for meads, we have what we like to call a bitter black. It is a very dark mead with a very bitter aftertaste.
That's like the opposite of what a mead should be. What is this backward place?
Exactly.
Do you have any sweet options
Well, of
for
course.
people that like to drink soda, maybe?
Of course.
A what?
Of course we do. We have one that is called North Brew. It is very sweet and will definitely give a blush to your cheeks if you drink too many of them.
I'll take that.
All right, one North Brew. For the lady.
Okay, I had to get this like fancy. Hang on, wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna get because it's a little bit fancier. So I hope she can afford this. But anyways,
I mean, you just got 20 gold, so.
that's true. That is true. All right, Taurin, like look at the menu. Ah, yes. Yeah, I will do the lamb chops with a side of scalloped potatoes with a hint of rosemary
Oh.
and a salad.
A connoisseur, I see. Good. Anything to drink?
Give me a glass of the white wine.
Very nice,
Yes.
very nice. We have a winter wine that could go perfectly with those. Very, very nice. And for the tall gentleman over there in the corner.
Strongest liquor you have, and something hot. I don't care what it is for food.
Well, I would suggest for a person of your build, how about a nice buffalo steak combined with a glass of our finest white eye whiskey?
Whiskey good.
Does that like make you
Sorry?
blind?
I will glance at Rexmoa and say, I've helped pay you way before. Can you pay this time, please?
No.
Thumbs up. Rexmoa gives a thumbs up.
Then yes, I would like that.
All right, very well. Then I will be back with your orders in a moment, and the man just kind of scurries away.
I have 40 silver to my name right now.
Oh.
Wait, did you not get 20 gold from Rin?
I used it.
Oh, that's right. You guys spend your gold when you have it. No.
I used my gold on healing, so.
How dare you?
And then the previous gold I have all went to Kipper.
Oh yeah, that's true. Behind the rock.
True.
Yeah, the stone.
Yeah, all of my money kind of goes towards healing supplies.
Makes sense. So.
I need to pay for your things.
All right. So, what are you guys doing in the meantime? As I make the tab for you guys. Good God, you guys are.
Thank you.
You guys are gonna be needing some. You guys
Hey now.
You guys are gonna be needing a loan.
We never got to find Boris's cousin. I hope they're okay.
Oh, in that catastrophe, I hope so.
I'm still not giving up, though. I know they're out there somewhere. I must return Boris's things to them.
You think?
It's the type of closure that he would want.
I was thinking maybe the clinic, wouldn't they have, like, Boris's information so we can go find where he lives?
That'd be very progressive.
Just an idea.
Yeah?
I heard they give good insurance.
What is that?
Insurance?
Yes.
They have that here.
I was...
That's so bad. I'm sorry. Oh.
You guys. Oh, you guys.
Naughty.
Naughty.
Do you think we'll get to sleep in the upper district tonight? I never really said when that was all gonna happen.
Oh.
I didn't think about that.
We are heroes. You think it'd be free?
Well, I suppose it all depends on how they want to treat their heroes. I
That's
know
true.
a fair amount of, classic historical ones. Like, Annabeth of Antioch lived rather piously, and many, now that I think about it, and rather tragically. But perhaps, the people of Port Strale, they'll provide. He looks towards Ambrose.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, if we're sitting in those, like, cushy booths, Kipper sits next to Ambrose. Because of number one, the concern that he has, and number two, because, also, like, comfort buddy. Not that, I feel like multiple people in this group are comfort buddy, though, but, like, specifically concern for Ambrose.
Also, Kipper, would you remind me what you ordered for food? I don't think you got any food.
I didn't order any food.
Yeah.
No cheese.
And you know what? They are striking me as somewhat British civilization, so I better have some smoked eel as soon as possible.
Okay.
Smoke me an eel.
All right, that will. Okay.
Smoke
You know what?
me
That is.
an eel.
That is fine. Gotcha. So just gotta tap this and got it. You guys can
Smoke
continue.
it
Sorry.
and grill it. It's barbecuey and it's smoky.
All right, you
So
guys can
sorry,
continue.
I have to bring up what Starfall just said. Ambrose and Cheese ship name Ambrosia. Holy
Oh,
fuck.
that's a very cute
That
name.
is
Shit.
That is so good.
I wasn't too into it before, but now it's like the name. It's like
I ship it. I'm for it. I'll draw more.
That is a very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
nice name.
I
do
always
agree.
thought that Ambrose should die alone.
Damn.
You have a fairy queen.
Okay.
Oh, God. It's
Oh,
about to
he's
save you from
dying.
dying.
I forget.
Oh, he's dying
Ha
again.
ha 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 ha. Chat, laugh at him. Ha ha ha.
Hey, don't be mean.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That
Please
is
don't have plans for
rude.
you.
Shush, shush. No, no. I'm denying that.
That'd be cute.
So, as you guys are enjoying your time over there, eventually the food will arrive, as I said. The drinks will arrive first. Rexmoa, you get your very nice glass of red wine. Taurin, your glass of white wine. Ambrose, you get a fancy-looking glass of whiskey with some ice. And Kipper, you get the ale that you ordered.
Ale.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
it was the
it's,
sweet thing.
yeah, it was
the
the sweet
thing. It was
was a
North
sweet-
Ale. You were
Exactly.
right.
I was an ale.
Kipper
Correct.
almost threw a temper tantrum. It better be dyed red with red dye 40, and they invented it just for me because this is
Red
the
die
city
40.
of inventors.
Correct. So Rexmoa, you get
I'm a
well. All of you
hero.
get your dishes. They look very delicious, smell incredible. Even the presentation, the dishes that they're being put in, they are also very nice looking. Again, a step up entirely of from the plain dagger.
Mm.
And
Yeah, the food
Eel.
is very delicious. Yes, the food is very delicious. You guys have a taste, and good God, it tastes great.
amazing. Exquisite.
Exquisite. Yeah, the wine is sweet, tart, delicious as well. Whiskey stings, but it has a very nice smoky and woody flavor. And the ale is sweet, and as I said, it kind of makes you involuntarily smile with how kind of like with that sense. I don't know the correct name of the sensation, but the one that makes your cheeks kind of like feel weird.
Rosy.
Yeah, I
like
guess.
being flushed.
Yeah, I guess it would be like that.
The warm feeling you get. Ah, yes.
Exactly. So, are you guys doing anything while you're eating, or just want to like pass the time after the food?
We're pretty quiet, just focusing on eating and drinking the whiskey a bit too fast.
Oh my. Well, slow down there.
Kipper is drinking right
out of
alongside Ambrose.
That is a
Rexmoa's
bad
just
choice.
sipping and enjoying the meal. Definitely doing like the wine pairing.
The
combo,
pairing,
like
yeah,
taking a
got
bite,
it.
taking a sip.
Rexmoa, I'm assuming you've had eel before, right?
Oh, yeah, it's considered quite the sacred dish. Where in my
Have
village,
some. I mean, I have too much eel. Eel is long. They look like they definitely smoked and grilled it long enough. I just like eel because it's just fattier than most fish. So.
it is quite the appropriate dish given today's turn of events. And yeah, Rexmoa will eat some.
Appropriate,
And
except for one person
Hmm?
who got a little bit too much eel.
I don't need any more eel. Not for this evening.
Understood.
Do you think? Okay, question. Do you think if you ate the creature that your Titan is most similar to, that would be offensive?
They
I think
wouldn't
that
care.
that'd be courageous and strength. You know.
That is a
I
good
think I-
question.
What if I just take a turtle and I turn its shell into soup?
Well,
And
you
I'm just
would
like-
be very rude.
Turtle
First of
soup,
all.
turtle soup, turtle
Granted,
soup.
Ambrose wouldn't do that
Turtle.
because he would probably just be sad to see a turtle and then think of Vithius and then be like, oh my god, she's trying so hard to stay asleep and I'm eating a turtle.
that's yep, that is fair enough, yeah.
Eel sauce
sauce
is
is
so
good.
good.
Ixis
sauce
would probably
is
be
very
perfectly
good.
okay for it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, sea creatures eat other sea creatures all the time.
exactly.
Kipper, sitting next to Ambrose, is just watching him guzzle down, being like, oh man.
This man's gotta drink it away, I guess. He doesn't.
I drank the whiskey.
Too much whiskey.
Too much whiskey.
Dang nabbit. Kipper, I think is gonna just pat Ambrose kind of instinctually, just because. Number one, he's drinking too fast. Number two, he's been having a bad week. Been having a bad
Right.
week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't respond to that. I just continue eating.
This lamb is delicious, is what Taurin will say. She takes another bite. A little bit here, a little bit there.
This is quite the step up from the plain dagger.
It looks suspiciously like the bar that Roy owned.
Why is that suspicious? I mean, it's just a standard way to build a tavern.
Kipper's
I mean,
head swivels.
There's only so many ways you could do it, lad.
I think they should adventure with colors, like Periwinkle.
A periwinkle tavern.
Yes. And more pastries.
That'd be more
And
of a bakery.
They
Yeah.
should invent a Shirley Temple. A drink that is
Why
both
do you
Shirley
keep bringing that up, lad? What is
and
a Shirley
Temple.
Temple? Who is devout to the Temple of Shirley?
It's not. It's a name. It's not a. I think it was a person's name in a dream I had once.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I was thinking it was some weird deity. Huh.
Do you think this dream is
No,
going to
it's a
come
dream.
true? Is this another one of
No.
your prophetic dreams?
No, but I can. No, I think it was just a regular dream. 'Cause. Drink. And then Kipper
is-
just keeps drinking that the ale he has. Were you gonna say something, Taurin?
Oh, Taurin was just gonna ask, well, what is in this Shirley temple?
I think since it's red, it has to be strawberries.
Or
Whoa.
a beet of some kind?
It could be I wouldn't enjoy it if it were a beet. Beets kind of taste like sweet blood, and that's kind of gross to me. Maybe a lingonberry, who knows?
Berries are
Lingonberry.
delicious.
Mm-hmm. We should make our own sometime then. Yes.
Not a bad idea.
I know Rexmoa just thinks about the events of the past few days and thinks about... He definitely wants to talk more about the political situation in Port Strale. It's on his mind, but I think he's going to refrain.
In the tavern?
Yeah, in the tavern.
For now.
So, I mean, if you guys are just going to be like doing small talk and just kind of eating away, kind of mostly quietly, you guys are going to be able to finish your food and then just have a full stomach as you finish. It was all very good. I don't know if you guys are getting any refills of booze or anything like that.
We didn't even get
I don't
to
think
roll
Rexmoa
for
is gonna, like-
drunkenness.
That's what I
I don't
was
think
asking.
Rexmoa's going to be drinking too much.
That's what I was
okay.
asking. If Kipper, if you want to get more refills, you're gonna have to roll, and it will add to your tab. So do let me know. Same for
Oh,
everybody
no.
else who wants to.
You might not want to have to pay. I think Kipper's gonna stay sober.
All right.
Ask for another.
Taurin's good.
Okay. So Ambrose,
Just
you will
yeah.
ask for another.
Yep.
Alrighty, gotcha. Let me add it to your tab. And yeah, you are brought your drink. At this point, Ambrose, since your drink is very strong, I will say you do have to roll. Normally, since your size and build, you wouldn't have to normally, but now this is a strong one. So once you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay.
I got +7.
Jesus. With that Constitution, I can tell you, you're starting to feel it. You know, you are starting to feel the buzz. You know? Nothing too far out of the buzz, though.
As Ambrose grabs the second mug, Kipper's just, like, puts a hand on Ambrose, like, just be careful, don't... You were just sick, It's a silly thing, but sometimes overdrinking can lower your immune system. You might get a relapse, and... I mean, I'm here to help if that happens, but...
Are you celebrating something, maybe? Commemorating?
I look at Kipper and I assume I assume like Kipper and I are like opposites to Taurin and Rexmoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're in a booth.
The look I give Kipper is a scowl, and then I will look over at Rexmoa with a stoic expression, and I will say, there's just a lot on my mind. I wanted it to be a bit more fuzzy instead of so clear.
Kipper, kind of is a bit surprised in the scowl for the second time. And he's just trying not to let it get to his head. It's just like, oh, he's having a bad day. I know you're having a... Yeah, I'll be here.
I just had a couple of bad thoughts when I saw the wave of water.
I did too. But we're okay for now, and I intend to keep us that way.
Your feet are cold.
But you all weren't the first thing that I thought of when I saw it. When I saw the destruction. All of the stands, the buildings torn asunder. The first thing I thought was not you. I thought back to my time in the lower city. And I thought they deserved it.
Who is
You
they?
kind of see more of shock in Kipper's face. Just kind of like, not like... Just kind of like hollowed, like, oh...
Looking up at Rexmoa, I will say, the people who lived in the upper city.
I see.
My first thought was, good riddance. And I'm kind of like, at this point, I've stopped doing what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of like holding my head in my hands.
Do you feel guilty, Ambrose, for thinking like that?
Of course I do. How could I?
Well,
How could I
right.
think such a thing?
Rage and sorrow can make you think wild things sometimes. But you shouldn't hold on to that.
And you've
What happened?
changed. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, what happened. Go ahead.
And you've changed so many of your habits since we first saw you. Like, you never ran away from any of it from us. You stayed, and then when you had to deal with Mother Superior, you learned how to, and you've progressed so much where any intrusive thought, it's only natural. I mean, I know I have my fair share, so I would never judge you for yours.
I won't pretend that I don't appreciate your words. But I am supposed to be helping people who are innocent, protecting them. Thinking this way is the opposite of what I vowed to Vithius. This should have been past me. I thought this way when I was... before I met you all. After you all got close to me and I came closer to you, I stopped having these thoughts.
Honest, I don't think anyone ever really truly stops having bad thoughts. I mean, except for Rexmoa, but,
I don't want to go that far, lad.
I just know... just recognizing that that thought is bad in itself. Just that self-awareness and catching it as it comes up. You've always had a tendency to be hard on yourself, and even as you're getting better, I know that there are always faults to find, because no one is faultless. And I don't need you to forgive yourself, but I forgive you. Very easily, actually. It wasn't even a concern in my mind initially.
Those people in the crowd who were about to storm the tower, they felt the same way you did. They're upset about the injustices. And our minds might not go to the best solutions at first, but our feelings, they do have a basis.
The energy lines on my body have grown duller, and I stand up rather abruptly and say, I look at Kipper for a moment, and I open my mouth, and after a few moments I just say, I'm sorry, I need some air. I'm going to return to the Plain Dagger.
Ambrose, you're getting a little tipsy. You shouldn't go alone.
We'll all go together. You can wait. Can't you?
Yeah, Well, I did say I was gonna cover today's meal, so how about you two accompany him?
And if you
sure?
need some space, Ambrose, we can give you a little distance.
Well, at least walk you there, and then you can. Or unless you want to walk alone. Didn't think of that.
I'll walk a little bit away from the table, and I will turn to face it. And I'll say, this time, kind of smiling, but the energy lines are still very dull. You know, I'm not sure I can handle the company of two people right now. How about I just have my brother accompany me? And I will look at Kipper, and then I will walk out.
At Ambrose saying that, like, immediately Kipper has, like, a response. Just a little emotional, being called that. I'll see you guys later, okay?
Yeah, we'll see each other back at the Plain Dagger.
Be safe.
Wouldn't have it any other way. And, I exit. I wave at the, waiter. I'm assuming by the time I've exited the door, Ambrose is already...
I've started walking to the Plain Dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm, like, gonna have to catch up to you.
Oh no. So, Rexmoa, you
Ambrose's voice is hard on my throat.
I understand. Don't worry. Rexmoa, so you are covering the bill, correct?
Yeah.
Of everybody.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Rexmoa doesn't mind. He has no attachments
sorry,
to
brother.
money or gold.
So eventually, the waiter will come back with, the amount for all of the food and drinks that you guys ate, and the total is that will be. Sorry, I'm doing some quick maths. Don't mind me.
That's quick maths.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's the
That
tally?
Will be
2 plus 2 is 4.
28 gold pieces.
28 gold pieces?
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
You got that?
All right. Yeah, and he pulls out 20 gold. He dumps 20 gold pieces, and then he's like, wait a moment, and I know just the thing, and I'll pull a patch from my robe again.
Oh no! All right, let's see. Hang
What'd
on.
we get?
Let me open up the page for the robe.
Do you want me to just roll the D100? It's a D100, right?
I think so, right? Hang on, let me check real quick. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, okay. Let's see. It is, in fact, a D100, please. You rolled
Yep,
a
I rolled
23. God, you are so
you?
lucky.
But I'm feeling 23.
So, Rexmoa, as you pull out the patch, you feel the magical energy in your fingertips as the patch blows up into like a little puff of smoke. And then you feel your hand a little bit heavy as you open your hand and the smoke dissipates. You don't see money or a coin purse. However, you do see gemstones that are very valuable.
Can I recognize what type of gemstones?
Simply we just pulled it off.
You can tell me which ones you want them to be, but I will say, and you are very lucky, you got 10 gemstones.
Oh my god!
Worth at the very least 50 gold pieces each.
Each?
Each.
Oh! Okay.
Well, wait, how many
so,
gemstones?
10.
And
10.
10 times. That's
Get rich!
500.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
500. Potentially, that's 500.
Oh, yeah.
Taurin would be like going, oh.
That's
I
crazy.
look at Taurin and I'm like, is this good? Is this worth at least
That's-
28 gold?
That's very good. Maybe a
Huh.
little too good. How how many more do you need, gold pieces wise?
8 pieces of gold. Is this worth like 8 gold?
Save those for later. Rexmoa. We can use those for later. Those are a lot more than they're very valuable, let's just say that. I can give you 8 gold pieces.
Okay, don't worry. I will pay you right back. Thank you, Taurin.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay, so 10 gems. Are they like a specific? Are there different gems in D&D? Does it like matter
There
what type
are
of gem they
a
are?
bunch of gems. This one doesn't really specify, so we'll say whatever gem you think you want it to be, we'll make it. This one just says 10 gems.
You know what? In honor of Ixus, they are 10 sapphires.
There you go. 10 sapphires they are. They are worth 50 gold pieces each.
All right. Adding that to my thing. Oh my god.
You
Yeah,
are
one day
lucky. You have
it's gonna
gotten.
be like a lit stick of dynamite or something.
You have
10
gotten
sapphires.
two of the money ones.
Keeping lucky.
Out of all of them, there are 1, 2,
out of
3,
all the
4,
things that
5.
you did,
There are 10 choices. The 2 that you've gotten, the first one you got was dogs, the second one was money, and the third one was money.
also the timing on this is insane.
Incredible, yes.
That
I
This
still
is
got
great.
7
imagine.
of these left.
I don't think it can do
Thank-
that, but like imagine you just like pulled out like a fireball.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm
no.
afraid of. That would like forever
Don't
alter
do
the
that.
course of, you know, my life.
Don't pull out a fireball.
Well, we will
So
Well,
what
see.
it
thank
feels like
you
for
for
Ambrose to put someone in soup.
Thank you for covering the rest, Taurin. Do you think you're all done here?
I'd say
Honestly, we
yeah.
don't have to be too much in a rush to catch up with them.
Not really. Could always. I guess we could always scout ahead too. Look around the town. Gotta find out
Ooh.
the ways to the sewers. You know, what's a safe way to go down?
Yeah. Still haven't really adventured too much in that avenue. Probably for good reason.
Right.
Anyways, so just speaking out of character, I don't know. I know the session's like almost over, so I don't really know if you wanted to like concentrate on
No, I was about to say
Ambrose and Kipper.
we should probably end it there,
think
and we
it-
can start the next one.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Alrighty. So that is where we're gonna end this week's session, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope the people watching the YouTube VODs also enjoy, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye, VOD Squad. Let's find out
Farewell.
what I'm gonna do with these 10 sapphires.
Good lord, dude.
Right?
The 2 money
big money over
patches
here.
you got.